Yo, what's going on today, fam? So we're back again today. Today we're going to be continuing on with our brake upgrade that we started. So I got my buddy Josh over here just helping me out. But so we had already in our last episode, we went through and we upgraded a bunch of stuff on our rear suspension. Starting out with a rear disc brake conversion. We got Integra rear calipers. We got a camber kit up here. We got a tow kit under there. We got a new compliance bushing. We got new rear lower control arms, and we have a stainless steel lines back here. So all that good stuff got done already. So originally this car was drums. Now we're all upgraded. So before we get into bleeding the system, we got to do our front suspension upgrade. So another thing I did was I upgraded to a 15/16 master cylinder, which is a good bit bigger than the stock one, and then I put a new proportional valve as well in order to just go to refresh our brake system and just so we got enough fluid flowing for our big brake kit. So this is what we're going to be upgrading to here. I'll go over my parts list with y'all right quick, but I'm also going to have just all this stuff just in the description. So, you know, if you want to go to replicate this stuff, and then you'll be able to do it yourself by just clicking those links. So first foremost right here, I got my Integra front spindles. These are off of a DC2 chassis Integra. So I went through, I got new hubs installed in it. I got those pressed at the shop along with new ball joints right here. So they are fresh. I liked it, so not to paint them, you know, just I didn't think it was necessary, but you know, so got new hubs and everything. So this would be perfect for us right here. I'm doing the Integra Mini Big Brake Kit. See, I'm doing the Integra Type R Mini Big Brake Kit. So what that is so you get a set of Integra Type R calipers. Right here, I got these off Amazon. These are rebuilt Nissan calipers, so they're good quality stuff right there. And you get a set of base 280 mil 4x100 mini rotors. So I'm gonna have the part numbers for all this stuff in the description if you want to go to replicate it. But yeah, so this is going to bolt up here with no issues, and we'll have us an OEM brake kit that is easily able to be replicated for, so not a whole lot of money. Got some Stock Tech brake lines right here. So just replace our old rubber lines. So, and that'll make the brake pedal feel a little bit better. So one thing, so with this swap, you have to run a TSX pads on it. I believe it's like 02 to like 06 TSX pads. But I'll have it, so link in the description as well for you. And these fit inside of those Integra calipers with no issue. For the rest of the suspension, got some K-Tune compliance bushings with hardened rubber. And then I got some Skunk 2 lower control arms with hardened rubber as well. So first things first, I'm going to start by putting my compliance bushings and my lower control arms on our old lower control arms right there. So we'll get all that together and then we'll get on moving. All right, y'all, so I just wanted to give you an actual visual, just representation of where we're coming from. So which is right here to where we're going to. So you can definitely see, so just a difference in the stock caliper, so, and then also versus the Integra Type R caliper. Even, so just looking at the pistons of these calipers. All right, so you can see the OEM versus the Integra, like, and so it might be a bit just difficult to see on camera, but trust me, it's much longer. So it's a larger piston. That's gonna help with our thermal. So this efficiency there, you know, like all that heat isn't just gonna be building up on that smaller piston there. So it'll just make it more reliable track setup and just the size of the rotor. So on our OEM, it's really a 9.5 inch rotor, 9.5, and we're going up to a 11 inch rotor. So like, we're literally gaining a 1.5 inch of rotor, and then plus it's just wider here as well. And then if we look at our pads, so that was the OEM pad, so versus our TSX pad that we're using there, so we can just see, so just the size difference there, it's pretty massive. So I'm really stoked about this. I think it's gonna be a good upgrade. But So now that we got just all the old parts off, so now it's time to get our new components on. So let's get it. So we're gonna actually start, so we're just getting our knuckle back on there. All right, y'all, so about to throw in the Integra knuckle right here. Just gonna go ahead, slide this into place. Now I'm gonna go ahead, just tighten up this ball joint. Excuse me. I set this nut on this ball joint. Cool, that's all good there. So from here, so we can actually come and bring up our lower control arm, and we can get that bolted to the spindle itself. As I told you, I put a new ball joint in there. So, just so it's not something I gotta take out and get into service anytime soon. All right, cool. So I got the knuckle right here. I got that back in. So now just need to line up this hole a little bit. This is where the fun comes in. There we go. Whew. Probably the most difficult part of this whole thing. I got everything all tight. I just on the suspension. So now I just need to tighten up this axle nut right here. All right, so this is supposed to be torqued to 134 foot-pounds, and so when the vehicle actually gets back on the ground, and then I'll finish, I'll finish finalizing so that torque spec on this. But from here, so now we're gonna go ahead and just get the caliper so mounted on the knuckle itself. We're gonna go ahead and put our new rotor in. So you can clearly see, so just that these holes are just way too big for this rotor. Right, there's a lot of play there, but also I have those actual rotor inserts from 1320 Performance, and that will be running, but I'll show you guys those when I put them on. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get this actual bracket mounted here, and then we can actually get the caliper installed. So these are the actual inserts I was talking about. So these are gonna go right in this space right here. You're gonna put them up in all four, well, so one up on each of your actual studs. And then you can see just how they're machined in order to take up that space like pretty perfectly. That's just gonna just prevent that rotor kind of just rotating, so just on that axis right here during braking and then acceleration. So it's easy right there. It's just one of those things you want to make sure that you don't, just lose those just whenever you're taking off a wheel or something like that. But yeah, all good right there. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our caliper itself installed. All right, so I'm running a Stock Tech sport pad. Eventually I will go to just like upgrade to something a little bit more aggressive for the track, but for now, I just wanted to get these in. These will be good for just aggressive street driving and stuff, especially with some good fluid. I think this car will stop pretty well. These will probably be good for a mild track day as well, but we will see. All right, and so the calipers are actually marked, right? So we got the right here. So just two 14 mil bolts right here. Super easy. And then we'll get these tightened up and bolted on. And then we can get our brake line going, and then we'll be ready for a bleed. All right, cool. So we're about to get our stainless steel line installed. So just make sure you have both copper O-rings. So I got one on this side, and then I'm gonna take it and put one on this side like that. And then we'll go ahead and screw this inside the caliper. So coming through like that. So just wanna get this hand tight for now. Yep, just like that until I can get everything else ran. All right, so next thing we are going to do is,
sorry, man.
You're good, man. Is run this like this, and then you're gonna use your OEM hardware. It's 2 bolts, they're 10 mils. Just to go ahead and hold that right there. Now what you are going to be doing is routing this line up here. So it's gonna be going up like that, and then from there, it will actually go up to your hard line right here. So our line will go up just like that. So in this orientation, so it'll just always keep the line just out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get just all this stuff tightened up, and then I'll get the clip back on, and then we will be G to G to go to bleed our brakes. All right, cool. So me and Josh, we got it all bled. Everything was going well. You know, like the brake package up front looks so good, like night and day. So like no rubbing or like anything on the rotor, on the OEM dust shield. I need to bend so the OEM dust shield back a little bit, but past that, everything was cool. So the rear brakes are good, everything's good there. I just need to bed those in, but ran into a issue. So this is a reman caliper from Amazon Prime, and then just while we were going to bleed it, I noticed that it was actually leaking. So I need to go to order a new caliper, which is all good. No harm, no foul there. And then we will be 100% ready to go. It's a slow leak, you know, so I could still drive the car if I wanted to, but I'm gonna just go ahead and just order another caliper right quick. And that way we should be good to go. And then from there, and then I'll get y'all a proper test and give you my feedback. But so far so good. Man, I do have to say that the pedal feels amazing. So just inside that car, and that's even so with the small leak. So I'm super excited just to see just how things end up going. But yeah, for now, so that's gonna be this video. But once I get everything fixed, I will give y'all my driving impressions. Yo, so I'm back, y'all. So we got that leaking caliper all taken care of, so that is all good now. Took the car out, bedded in the brakes, and they feel phenomenal. Not sound cliche, but the car literally, when you hit the pedal, it stops. And the pedal feel is really good, and it's easy to modulate. My car doesn't have ABS, but it's, you know, like I can feel when the brakes are about to lock up. So it feels really, really good. Definitely I would recommend this brake upgrade. Obviously the minimum wheel size you can run with these brakes is 15 inches, but I don't really know who runs 14 inches anymore anyway. But I really like it and I would recommend it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and consider subscribing. Another thing is I'm gonna be testing these out just on some curvy roads and taking this car to the track, so I will report back. But till then, take it easy. I'm out.